Welcome everybody to Late Night Racing's Sunday night series, the Fezza Cup. On to round 6 of 8 tonight, coming to you again from Misano, Italy. So, as I would say, Fezza Cup, everyone is in the Ferrari 296 GT3. Tonight's format is 20-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying, and an hour race with a compulsory stop for tyres. So that's a compulsory 30-second stop pretty much. Up to the guys whether they want to choose to take tyres or not. So far we've got 8 in the lobby. That's good. Hoping for a few more. A few latecomers might join. Let's see what happens. Just sharing the stream in all the channels so everyone can see. Get them all sorted there. Alright, back to it. So a few just rolling out on track for warm up. We've got Metal Shooter, who's been very quick as of late, so he'll be one to chase down. Right behind him, OAS Driver, who's joining us tonight, who usually is in a Formula 1 league on Sunday nights, but has the night off, so jumped in the Fezza, and we'll see what he can do. And we've got Hobbsy sitting in the pits at the moment, going through a bit of a setup. Haymaker, number 14, just rolling out, warming up, trying to get a bit of tyre pressure in. We'll just have a quick look too. So the format is, for the practice, is at 11 PM game time on a Friday. Qualifying will be at 9 PM on a Saturday. And the race will start at 11 PM on Saturday night. And I do believe there is time progression of 6 hours. What's time 6? So we should finish around 5 AM, I believe. Track temperature at the moment is 20 degrees. Ambient temperature is 20 degrees. Condition is fast and slightly cloudy. There's no chance of rain tonight, so should be alright. We've got Pickle. Seemed to be very quick in this tonight as well in early practice. So he'll be one to watch. VSX. Not so fast Halley is here as well. So we'll be watching Halley and Shooter. Will be the ones to keep our eyes on for taking pole and taking out the win tonight. Hopefully we have some others that might jump in the mix and show these boys it's not just about being quick. T-Dub, he's one. Very, very consistent, very smooth, very fast driver. Also, what I've done for tonight too, I've actually played around with a few camera angles. So these are a few different ones we've got now, sitting right on the back of the car. Then we go into a very wide, long shot. So if anyone is in behind, we can actually see them creep up behind. Then into the car, sitting back a little bit. we can see pretty much all of the cockpit. Next one is pretty much just dashboard, so you can see all the instrument cluster there. Everything's looking. We can't actually see tyre pressures, which is a shame. I wish the game would allow us to see everybody's tyre pressures and burn rate of fuel and stuff like that. Even if you're in spectator mode, it's not like you can do anything about it anyway. Then we go back into helmet cam. Pretty much same as the first one, just a little bit further. Further forward. Then we go to a bonnet view. This will be a good one. Getting right up and close behind a few cars. And a bumper bar view, and then back to the other one. These views I can't actually change, which is a shame, because I really want to change that one. The digital display on the window does seem to be a bit of a hindrance, but we make do with what we've got. Alright, back to it. Sorry, just mucking around with the phone. Making sure all the stream's working fine. Hope the volume's a bit better this time, especially with the in-car views. I have altered it so hopefully you can hear me over the engines. Let's see how we go. So we've got Sparrow here as well, doing his 201st race of late night racing in the Assetto Corsa. And Metal Shooter's back in the pits. So LAS driver sitting in third currently with a 1:37.5 is his best lap, and he's going to batter it right now. He does a 1:37.07. That's a pretty good lap. 7 flat's pretty good. Obviously still on a warm up. Haymaker coming around the last corner. He's down on his time. His best time's a 38.67, but he's on for another fly now. Pickle's just out on a warm up lap as well. Hope those new Pickle Rick socks you're wearing tonight, Pickle, are going to help you. Give you a bit of extra speed, hopefully. Oh, that'd be right. Fucking controller battery's going low. Here's someone. Alright. You're back to it on track. Not fast heli, straight away to the top with a 1:35.0. So it's automatically over 2 seconds faster than everyone else at the moment. Yeah, alright, that's charging, that's good. See how easy he is on the wheel, and very low traction control. Traction's at 2, ABS is at 2, brake bias 54.6. I don't know if you can change brake bias. Oh, you can. Other cars have got it is at 59.6. As you can see down where the tachometer is, Got throttle and brake application, BBs, brake bias. You see just how gently he tries to get it on with the throttle and runs a little bit wide there. So just coming up to 8 minutes to go in practice. Quick look at the times. Halley out in front with a 35.07. 1.4 back to Shooter. 1.6 back to Hobbsy. 2 seconds flat back to Driver. 2.17 back to Pickle. 2.71 back to T-Dub. 3.2 back to Sparrow. 3.4 back to Haymaker. And 8 seconds back to VSX. RMR Dizzy's here, and so is M48. Awesome. So we've got a field of 11. Here's Dizzy rolling out now. Oh, just clipped the wall on the way out. Halley's done a few changes and going back out, see if there's any more pace in it. Here comes T-Dub, up in his best time of a 37.79. Manages to do a set at 37.59 to put him to 6th. Sparrow's up on his best time too, just coming around the hairpin into the final few corners. He's 4/10 up. Comes around the last corner here, gets it turned in nicely all the way out, uses all the ripple strip. So he's 6/10 up here. Gives him a 37.17, puts him to 7th. Shooter's pretty much on par with his best lap, which is a 36.55. And Driver was still the 37.07. He's sitting in 5th. Hobbsy's up in 3rd with a 36.76 as his best lap. Where's Pickle? Looks like he's off track there. Oh, he's in the pits. That's why we didn't see him. Right, so Pickle has done 36.77, which has put him to 4th at the moment. Just obviously been in the pits to do a few changes, whether it's tyre pressures or suspension caster. But back out to have another crack at it. Just coming on to 5 minutes to go. VSX has done a 41.94. Puts him in 9th place at the moment. M4A is just rolling out. Just to start his warm-up lap. Same with Dizzy. Dizzy's on a warm-up lap as well. And so is Halley, still on a warm-up lap. Runs very wide there. T-Dub sitting in 5th with a 36.95. He is up on his time. Comes around the hairpin onto the back straight. Just trying to get in behind Halley. Sparrow's in doing a few changes. Shooter just can't seem to better his 36.55. He's close, but he's still 2/10 down. 3/10, 4/10 now. Must have had a bad run out of that corner, because down this back straight he's losing a lot of time. We go on the back of Shooter's go here through this fast and tight right hand complex. Still down on time. And Driver hunting him down. Driver was on a quick lap there, but it was invalid. Oh no, it's counted. Okay, that's weird. 36.79 is his best lap. Ooh, very wide there from Hobbsy. So just coming on to 3 minutes left. So probably another couple of laps. Haymaker sitting in 9th with a 38.55. Pickle about to start his flying lap. Let's go on board. See if we can see those Pickle Rick socks down on the footwell. Not quite. Nice and smooth through there. Uses all the exit. Back to first for these tight right-handers through here. Short shift to second to get the car stabilised. Another short shift to third to get it turned in. Very nicely done. He's 1.5 tenths up. Deep into the 100 marker. Back to first. Gets it pulled down nicely. Good exit. And after this double right-hander here, under the brakes. And then just right out to the green. Very nicely done. He's 2 tenths up, almost 3 tenths. He has been eclipsed by Hobbsy. Or someone else has jumped into the top 3. Push Pickle down to 5th, he'll be winning that spot back. Tied into the hairpin there. Still 4 tenths up, a little bit of a wiggle coming out. Into the final corner. This is a lot of curves, what you do. Going in nice, it's going to be a good time. 4 tenths up. 36.387 puts him to 2nd spot. Very well done, Pickle. That is a great time. 36.387. And just with a minute to go. So M4A coming across to do his best lap, which is a 37.39, puts him to 8th. Anyone else on a quick one? Quite a few in the pits. Driver's about to start. The last lap. So we'll bail back into the garage. Look at the times. So Halley's just pulling into the pits. He's happy with the 35. So who we got coming around? Got Pickle coming around. Can he better that time? That was a good lap. And he does. Takes another 1.5 tenths off that time. So then we've got VSX still out on track. He's the only one. OAS driver is got an invalid lap, so it won't count. So we look at practice here. Halley in first with the 35.07.
Green light, give it all you can.
Second place is Pickle with a 36.21. T-Dub in third with a 36.45. Shooter in fourth with a 36.55. Hobbs in fifth with a 36.63. Armar Dizzy in sixth with a 36.73. OAS Driver 36.79. M4A in eighth with a 37.39. Sparrow in ninth with a 37.71. Haymaker in 10th with a 38.3. And VSX with a 41.94. So not a lot between the top 7, honestly. 1.7 seconds, or if you take Halley's time out of the equation, there's 6/10 between the top, well, these 6 anyway. So let's see what happens in qualifying. Everyone's just out on their warm-up lap. VSX rolling out. On board with M4A. Let's just warm up the brakes and tyres. Trying to create a gap to Dizzy. Speaking of Dizzy, here he is. Starting to press on for a lap. So Halley did cross the line, but his time hasn't started. That's just weird. Hobbsy comes across the line now to start his lap. See, in the timer doesn't change over. I don't know what's going on here. Everyone's still got red times. Weird. What if I bail back to the pits? No, no one's set a time yet. Oh, we've got an OS driver sitting in the grass. Contemplating life. I don't know whether I think he just might have been playing around with his setup or something, his rig. He's going again, so that's good. Here we go, so not fast Halley's coming around. Will the clock tick over? Here we go. Alright, so his last lap was a 1:34.68. So forget about the 35s, just straight to the 34s. Where's going off there? Where's driver going? Can't go that way, mate. Back to the pits he goes. Here comes Sparrow. Well, Shooter's just on a 1:36.1. Oh, was that a bit wide there for Sparrow? No, it counts. A 1:38.61 puts him to 6th. Yeah, Shooter did a 1:36.16. Hobbs has done a 1:37.64. And he's on for a better lap, so we'll keep an eye on that. Haymaker's done a 37.94, that's put him to 8th. Pickle's done a 36.71, for starting lap to sit in 3rd. VSX has done a 39.19 to put him in 9th. 36.95 for M4A. RMR Dizzy with a 37.2, but he's on a better lap too. The Halley does a 34.12. Can he push into the 33s maybe? So he's now blowing everybody out of the water. T-Dub's done a 37.13. Let's put him to 4th. Behind Pickle. Sparrow's on a good lap here. He's 7/10, 8/10, almost over a second now up on his best lap. Coming down the final corner. Crosses the line. The 37.16 puts him to 6th. It's a good lap there. Shooter's done a 36.16. Slightly better in his time. He's trying to push into the 35s. Hobbsy, 6/10 up. He's done a 37.6. This will put him into the 6s if he keeps this up. Oh, a little bit wide there, but gets it turned in nicely. You can see there's a little bit of glitchiness there from Hobbsy. That's because he uses a controller. There's a few guys in here that do use controllers. And some of them are really quick, like Hobbsy. So he's 1.2 up here. Oh, holds it flat and invalidates the lap. Unfortunate. And he bails out of it. So Pickle now up to 2nd with a 36.04. Pickle's almost into the 35s. Just been eclipsed there by Metal Shooter with a 35.7. 35.70 from Shooter. Just on 2.5 minutes to go. Hobbsy's done a few changes and back out. Haymaker's still sitting in 10th. Hasn't done a clean lap yet. BSX is in 9th. Last lap was a 40.16. His best lap's a 39.24. M4A, pretty much on par with his best lap, which was his last one, 37.36. That's got him into 7th. So that's a good starting position for M4A. He's dizzy. He's almost 2/10 up on his best lap, which is 36.70. Just coming through the final few corners. We're up to the last corner. Takes a big bite out of it. Uses all the exit curb. Very nicely done. Still 2/10 up, so this will put him into the mid 36s. 36.52 puts him to 5th position. Just ahead of Sparrow. So Halley's called it quits. Packed it up and put it in the pits for saving it for the race. Here's T-Dub in 4th. Just a bit under his best lap of a 36.48, so he's running very wide there. I think he's going to call it. Just come up to 30 seconds to go. So Shooter's pushed back now to 2nd place with a 35.70. Hobbs is on a better lap now. So just on 30 seconds to go in qualifying. VSX is going to better his best time. Quite a few sitting in the pits at the moment. It's alright. Shooter's on for a better lap too. Here comes Pickle, final corner. Won't get another lap, but he's going to better his time here. This will put him into the 35s. 35.93. Good lap from Pickle. Puts him into 3rd. So the timer has gone. So we've got coming around the corner. Shooter's on the last corner now. Can he better his time? Yes, he can. Takes half a second out of his best lap. So who we got there? M4 Haymaker bailed into the pits. Hobbsy's coming around the last corner. Can he better 9th position? What can he do? He does. He goes to 4th. That was a cracking lap. So we've got Nost Fast Halley. 33.97. There you go. Got into the threes. Second place for Shooter. 35.19. Pickle in third with a 35.93. Hobbsy in fourth with a 36.28. T-Dub in fifth with a 36.48. Dizzy in sixth with a 36.52. Sparrow in seventh with a 36.96. M4A in eighth with a 37.32. Haymaker in ninth with a 37.56. And VSX in 10th with a 39.24. OAS Driver didn't actually put a lap on the board, so whether he's having a few problems, not too sure, but he'll be starting at the back of the field and he'll surely work his way through the mix once they get underway. So just an intermission now while we wait for we wait in the intermission stage now for the race setup to start, and the guys will the guys will grid up and we'll get ready to go. So like I said, it's an hour race times 6 times multiplier, so racing over the night into the early morning. One compulsory pit stop for tyres, so guaranteed a 30-second stop. Depending if anyone ends up with damage, the times could be a little bit longer. And fuel too, you should be covered for fuel with that 30-second stop. Just set up a few things. Just on a minute to go. When we get to the 30-second mark, people will start their engine and get ready to go. Righto, 30 seconds. So ignition's on, engines start, lights are on, and let's go racing. So Halley will lead them away. Very short formation here. Just pretty much 50 metres to the last corner. And then we're round, lined up and green to go. We're lined up waiting for that green light.
Green light. Go, go, go.
There's the green light and we are underway for round 6 of the Fezza Nights. So far everyone gets away to a pretty good start. Oh, Pickle's having a look up the inside of Shooter there, but backed out of it. It is only early days. Ali's made a bolt for it already. He's already 2 seconds up the road. like everyone's had a pretty clean start. Someone runs wide there. VSX runs a bit wide. T-Dub sitting in 5th, in behind Hobbsy. Pickles running the short line. He's got Hobbsy on the outside of him. He's still holding his line. But he's backed out of it. Let Hobbsy go through. Or T-Dub's going around the outside. And Pickles being a little bit cautious here. But they've sorted themselves out. Looks like Haymaker's having a look up the... What is it? Haymaker's all over the back of Dizzy. Dizzy's looking up the inside now of T-Dub. T-Dub's going to be on the inside for the next turn. But Dizzy's gone round the outside and made that position stick. Oh, but Dizzy's run wide. T-Dub back on the inside. But gets hung out to dry. But gets a good run there and he's on the inside. But look, there's Haymaker sticking his nose up as well. T-Dub very deep, throws it in. But Dizzy's got the switchback, comes back through. These guys are battling hard. Oh, Pickles looked up the inside of Shooter. Something's happened there. Shooter's had a moment there and he's just dropped right back. Sitting back in 4th now. Well, Pickles made his way back past Hobbsy. So Pickles sitting up in 2nd. Good job. Riding on board with Hobbsy, putting all the pressure onto the back of Pickle. Halley has absolutely bolted. It's on 3 laps. Already got a gap out to 6 seconds. Hobbsy's got a good run here. Pickle's got a good exit. Is Hobbsy going to have a look? Not quite. M4A running a little bit wide there. Sparrow got back through. M4A sitting in 9th at the moment. Halley's just pulling away. Quickest lap so far. 35.87. Sorry, 8.57. T-Dub's in 6th, right on the back of Dizzy. The Haymaker's dropped off a little bit. Shooter's all over the back of Hobbsy and Pickle here, just sitting, waiting patiently, waiting to see what's going to happen. Pickle's got a bit of a gap. This is where Hobbsy's quite strong through these next set of corners, these next set of right-handers coming up. Pickle runs a little bit wide there. Oh, and he's run very wide there. They'll come out side by side. But Hobbsy's gone through. It is still early days, but... Shooter's having a look. Oh, that was close to being contact. Right, Shooter backed out of it. Nice move. Don't know if Pickle knew he was there. Very hard to see unless you get those indicators to say there's a car on your left or right. V8X must have had a bit of an incident. He's dropped right off the back of the pack. He's 5 seconds back from Sparrow, but M4A's managed to get past Sparrow. And now he's working his way forward. That's good work. T-Dub's just dropped off the back of Dizzy ever so slightly. But we are only 7 minutes into the race, so still got a long way to go. We have someone that's pulled into the pits. Who's that? That looks like Shooter has dived into the pits. Alright, whether he's got a problem, because when he dropped back from second back to fifth, whether he's just now going to tick the box, get everything done, get out on his own, and then proceed from there. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to keep an eye on this lot here, Hobbsy and Pickle, when they pit, to see where they fare to come out, or whether Shooter gets the undercut. Haymaker's putting the pressure on the back of T-Dub and Dizzy now. They're all closed back in again. Whoops. Sparrow's got back past M4A again. So these two are chopping and changing positions. And Halley's just out doing Halley things. 1:35.08, best lap of the race. And this lot here are actually catching up to Hobbsy and Pickle. Pickle's got back past Hobbsy. Nicely done. Ooh, Hobbsy's right on the back of him here. Here, Hobbsy blipping the throttle on the controller. Trying to be ever so smooth. Trying to get the good run here. Oh, he's gone on the outside. Because left him room. It's on. Oh, Haymaker's run wide there. So he's now dropped off the back of T-Dub. So he's going to have to make that back up. So the gaps are slowly opening back up to some of the groups. Sparrow's been in too, just completed his compulsory stop. And he rolls back out. Shooter's now out in 9th place, but we'll see how he goes when everyone else does their stops. He should be at least back up into the top 3, I'd say. Dizzy's pushing hard, trying to catch back to T-Dub. T-Dub's gotten past. That's put him to 4th. He's got Haymaker all over the back of him. Haymaker sticks the nose down the inside and manages to make it stick. Now Pickle's pulled a bit of a gap now on Hobbsy, out to 1 second. So a little bit of breathing room. Oh, but Pickle ran very wide there. So that gap's now closing back down. good pickle. Through this fast right kink. Going down nicely. Nice and smooth on the exit. That's where pickle gains his gaps. He's very smooth and fast on his exits. Oh, a little bit wide there, bit of oversteer, catches it. Nicely done. Hobbs is still right on the back of him. You can definitely tell the difference between the controller and the steering wheel, where Hobbs is very sharp in his steering input. Hobbs is super quick through that section. Always tends to close the gap. So you're going to have a look. Very nicely done there from Pickle. So what other gaps have we got? So M4A's done his pit stop as well. Obviously saw that Sparrow did his, so he'd go in to try to stop the undercut. But they're still together, just 1 second apart. Let's go back here for a sec. Sometimes it helps having the map up in the corner. You can see groups. There's teed up there, pulled a big gap now on Haymaker. And Dizzy's dropped right off. Dizzy's now coming into the pits. Almost missed the pit entry, but he's got in, so he's going to do his compulsory stop. Then we've got VSX coming around the final corner. And then we go back to Metal Shooter, who's going around the back section. And we've already got Halley, who has gotten past Shooter and M4A because they've already pitted. But it's still on here for Pickle and Hobbsy. And it won't be too long. There's Dizzy in the pits. It won't be too much longer before T-Dub is in on this scene as well. But Pickle's on a really good lap here, and he's pushed the gap right out now to 1.5 seconds. There you are, Hobbsy's diving into the pits. So Hobbsy's going to try to do an undercut here. Now Pickle with a 35.97, good lap. But what does he do? Does Pickle now come into the pits? Or does he run long? Only the Pickle knows. These two are still at it. Oh, Sparrow ran a little bit wide there. Go for the crisscross. Quite. Might get a good run out of this here, stay in the slipstream. And have a look down the inside at the hairpin. Down a lot of speed there, just rolled off the throttle. not quite yet. So he's teed up 5 seconds back from Pickle. Pickle did a 37.8 that lap. So a little bit slower. Teed up did a 39. So not a lot difference. And it looks like Pickle's continuing on. He's not going to pit yet. So Shooter now working his way back up. He's up into 6 because a couple of them have pitted. But he's got a Hobbsy all over his tail. Yeah, helmet cam with Shooter. You see on the camera there, you can see Hobbsy in the rear view. It's nice when you get the car to flow through those right-handers and it feels nice. Turns in nicely. Maintaining the gap. So looks like we've got Not Fast Halley, Pickle, T-Dub, Haymaker and VSX are yet to pit. Everyone else has pitted already, and it's only early. We're only been 18 minutes into the race. So whether they're thinking that track temperature's not really going to change, and degradation of the tyres isn't really going to change much. Only the drivers know. What's going on? The controls just stopped fucking working. There we go. So Pickle's now still got 5.6 seconds on T-Dub. Went a little bit wide there. That would have cost him a little bit of time. He's got to start thinking too that he is racing Shooter and Hobbsy. So he's still got to be smooth and consistent. So M4A still pushing to get Sparrow. Here comes Not Fast Sally onto the back of Hobbsy and Shooter. These two are pushing very hard. Oh, Hobbsy rolls are wide. Manages to keep it on. Oh, leaves a little bit of time. Shooter there. Oh, Hobbsy very wide. Now these boys will be showing the blue flag because Halley is there. But they've got to keep battling. They keep pushing for position. See what happens here. Halley using the flashing lights. He tries to go around the outside. And Hobbsy sticks to the inside, gives him room. But in all that, Shooter's managed to pull a bit more of a gap on Hobbsy. And Pickle's still holding that gap, 5.7 seconds to T-Dub. So he's been consistent, that's good. He's about to come up and put a lap on Sparrow and M4A. Whether he gets to the back of them and decides to pull into the pits and then get back out into fresh air, or he might actually be battling with Shooter and Hobbsy. T-Dub just been consistent. The Haymaker's dropped right off them too, so he's 5.5 seconds now back from T-Dub. Whether he's had a few minor mistakes. Here we go. Pickle's right on the back of Haymaker and of Sparrow and M4A. They've been shown the flag. But he's not quite close enough yet. Oh, Sparrow pulls out of it. Didn't have to pull that far over, mate. Oh, he's actually pulled right over to the wall. What's happened here? Don't know what's happened there. Or Shooter's let Halley through, and that's let Hobbsy close right back up on the field. Don't know what's happened there. My party chat just dropped out. There we go. Oh yeah, my party chat just dropped out. Don't know why. It happens most times. Right, here's M4A. He's got Pickle hot on his heels. And lets him go through. Nice move. We go back and have a look. Still 5 cars to complete their stops. We've lost quite a few. It's Sparrow's back in the pits. So something's happened there. I know he's still sitting on the side of the road. Don't know what's happening there. But Pickle's now opened the gap up to 7 seconds on T-Dub. And then 6 seconds back to Haymaker. And VSX is just still running around. Sitting in 5th. Then we got this lot here. We got Hobbsy and Shooter. Hobbsy's all over the back of him. We're all running wide again. So when does Pickle pit? Almost at the halfway mark. Been running for 26 minutes. T-Dub's just out on his own. Last lap 37.04. Going bald with a lap for T-Dub. and smooth through that complex. Back down the first. It's to the apex. Very nicely done. Uses a very wide turn in there. Right out to the green. Nicely done there too. And go through the fast kink. Slightly into 6, back to 3rd, or runs a little bit wide. T-dub's coming in. Very deceiving. There's the pit limiter there, and Pickle's in front of him. So he's obviously seen Pickle pit and bailed into the pits as well. So now we need to watch this. Oh, Pickle's overshot the pit by a bit. Oh, that's going to cost him some time. Because we need to watch. It looks like Shooter's just going down the back straight now. With Hobbsy hot on his tail. As to where Pickle pops out now. Yeah, that would have cost him a couple of seconds there. So, Shooter's just coming around through the hairpin. Last couple of corners coming up. Alright, Pickle's dropped. And he's rolling. But there is a bit... and T-dub's following out too. So you can see there's the gap now. And here comes Shooter. Past on the start finish line. So they'll get past. Both of them will. There they go. And costly mistake there from Pickle. So you can see there's Pickle just in the foreground. You can see him, he'll be pushing to get that back. So just Haymaker, VSX and Halley yet to pit. And just on the halfway mark
We are
now.
halfway through. Keep pushing.
So the gap's opened up now between Shooter and Hobbsy. Oh, bit of a squirmy moment there for Shooter. So it's just on, what was it, 0.6 of a second, 0.8 of a second back to Hobbsy. And then 3.5 back to Pickle. So there's Pickle right in the back there. He's going to be pushing hard to try to close in on these guys. Hobbsy seems to be able to close in under brakes, but just doesn't quite have the acceleration out of the corners. That's back down to 0.4. And then and 4 seconds back to Pickle. Alright, VSX is pulled in to do his compulsory stop. Oh, Hobbsy's got a good run here. Should have got a good exit on the last turn. Manages just to bridge it back open that slight bit. Short shift the second there for Shooter. Gets the car turned in. So it's slightly changing. M4A now is just out driving on his own. That Sparrow's fallen off the track. You're not supposed to crash in the pits, mate. You're supposed to crash on track, not in the pits. Oh, VSX has just put in the chat. He loves crashing in the pits. Didn't quite see that. Oh, a lot of damage too. Very unfortunate. There'll be quite a bit of time being stationary having that fixed. So Pickle did another 1:35.9 that lap, so down to 2.6 seconds. He's pushing hard. You can see this lot in front of him. P3, yeah. But you still had to pit, mate. That's the thing. Everyone else had already pitted, so you probably would have rolled back out in 7th. People can see these guys are battling, and that's why Pickle's closing the gap. He's just running his race. It's like Hobbs is trying to have a look up the inside of Shooter there. Stop go penalty for car 37. Oh, you got busted for speeding in pit lane as well. Just an insult to injury. Oh, Shooter went a bit defensive there. Oh, Shooter's had a spin. What has happened there? I don't believe there was contact. Oh, and he's had another spin. Oh, so unfortunate. I don't believe there was contact. I'll have to have a look back at the replay. Well, while they're still battling, let's have a quick look. I want Shooter. Where is he? 85. Here we go. Coming up through. Nah, just did it on his own. Very unfortunate. But he'll push to try to get back. So that puts Hobbsy out now in third. But we still have Haymaker and Halley to pit. So outright second for Hobbsy at the moment. Pickle sitting in outright third. And still 7.5 seconds back to T-Dub. Pickle will be pushing hard to try to get back to Hobbsy. Nicely turned in there. A little bit of oversteer on the way out. But the gap is to 1 second. It's one thing to catch the car in front, but it's another to be able to pass. And Hobbsy does drive very well and is a hard man to get past. Oh, Hobbsy very wide there. Missed the apex. Let's go Bonnet Cam. So VSX is back in the pits to serve his compulsory stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane. Down to half a second now. It's closing in. All over the back of him now. Thought about it. Maybe that's the spot to do it. Just set it up. Well, he's going to have a run in. He's in behind. Pulls out. Ooh. Not quite there yet. He had the slipstream. So Halley's in the pits. These boys will get their lap back. So that just leaves Haymaker to complete his compulsory stop. And just on 20 minutes to go. What he thought about it. Sticks it up the inside now. And manages to make it stick. Number 37, drive through track limits. Mate, can't take a trick. Trying every trick in the book and you get busted. Unfortunate for VSX, he's got to serve another drive through pit lane. So that's just completely ruined his race, but Pickle here is driving like a man possessed. I tell ya, it's these bloody Pickle Rick socks he's wearing. I told ya. Mrs. Pickle went and bought him these special Pickle Rick socks to wear for his racing. On ya, Mrs. Pickle. Giving him another leaf of life. Brought his mojo back. So very unfortunate, VSX is going to have to serve his drive through, otherwise he will get disqualified, so he'll probably come in this lap to do that. Halley is, oh yeah, there you go, 41 seconds ahead of Pickle, so he's out just cruising around. T-Dub 7 seconds behind Hobbsy and 6 seconds ahead of Shooter. So Ospar's going again, that's good. So he must have had something to attend to. And he did the Curtis Singapore off to the pits, but rejoined the race. So good to be back on track. So his Shooter, very unfortunate incident. Just losing the rear end at the hairpin. But that's racing, that's what happens. Happens to the best of us. But he's going to try to claw his way back to T-Dub. So Pickle's now pulled a 2.4 second gap on Hobbsy. There we go. VSX's drive-through has been cleared. So he's back out. And Haymaker has done his compulsory stop and come back out in 6th. So everyone has been in, ticked the box, everyone's got the green box. So just coming up to 16 minutes till the checkered flag. So into the final stint. So everyone's starting to really space themselves out now. If we go back and have a look at the track map, you can see there, everyone's pretty much on their own. Oh, Shooter's had another moment. What's happened there? He let Haymaker through. It's weird as. Let's have a quick look. Oh, he's had a bit of a slide there. What's happened here? Oh, just the back stepped out on him again. Don't know what's happening there. Whether it just doesn't like the new tyres that are on. I don't know, that's just very unfortunate. So gap's now back to 3.2 from Hobbsy to Pickle. So it's extending ever so slightly. Haymaker's now up into 5th. But Shooter will get back in all rhythm and he'll be back on his tail in no time. As you can see, there he is. Pickle's just been driving superbly, even though he's made a few minor errors, especially the one in the pits where he missed the pick box. He's redeemed himself. He's driven hard and fast and got his way back to 2nd. He's just still doing those Halley things. Just driving consistently and fast. T-Dub's just in a spot on his own pretty much. He's 8 seconds behind Hobbsy and 6.5 seconds ahead of Haymaker, and the gap just stays there, so that shows you how consistent he is. Should have had another moment. Because now Sparrow's past him. Obviously the car's just not happy. Or while these guys are still mucking around, we'll have another look to see what happened to Shooter. Because it was this lap 28. Here he's no. So he's managed to get through there alright. But he's already behind them. So there's Sparrow's in behind him there. A bit of a wiggle there. Oh, once again, steps there on him. He's having an absolute shocker. That's just very unfortunate. So just coming on to 10 minutes to go. We have Not Fast Hallie leading the way. No, that should be Pickle in second. There we go. And that'll be Hobbs in third. If I go this way, should show you better. Here we go. So we got. Just get rid of that map now. So out in the front we've got Hallie leading the way. Back to Pickle in second. He's got a pretty good gap now. 4.8 seconds on Hobbsy, who's sitting in third. And 9.9 back to T-Dub. And then we've got Haymaker. We're starting to close the gap. 3.1 seconds behind T-Dub. Then we've got Metal Shooter back in sixth, who's just had a very unfortunate race tonight. This car just, I don't know what's happened. It's ever since he's had his pit stop. The back end is just so loose and just wants to spin under low speed. So very unfortunate. M4A sitting in seventh. And VSX, after having a crash in the pits, stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane, and a drive-through for cutting corners, is sitting in 8th, and Sparrow back out in 9th. So just under 10 minutes to go now. There's the gap between Pickle and Hobbsy. So let's go on board for a lap. Look at helmet cam. Go on board for a lap with Ty. Not Fast Hallie. sir. But in their defence, that should have been blue flag shown there. Just on 7 minutes to go. Let's have a quick look at that replay. Here he is right on the back of M4A. So those blue flags should have been shown. Yep, there you can see him there. And he served him right into the wall. See how he gets a good run. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So just coming up to 5 minutes left to run. And we're at 4:39 AM. The sun's just starting to peak up. And Pickle's now opened that gap to 6.6 seconds. Back to Hobbsy. Haymaker's closing in on the back of T-Dub here. So could still be on here for 4th place. Sparrow out in 9th. Trying to close in on the back of Shooter. Even though he's a few laps down. Still have fun battling with someone. There's Shooter there, sitting in 6th. He's had a shocking night. The car just not settled. Started very strong, but then had an incident in the first few laps and dropped back to 5th. So decided to pit early. So whether the tyres are pretty much just worn away. Oh, and there's M4A carrying a lot of damage on the front of his car now. That's very unfortunate. I know he wouldn't have tried to stay in Halley's way. He would have been trying to get out of his way. So, yeah, he's just struggling with a lot of grip. A lot of downforce taken away now with all that damage. So Hobbsy's still pushing hard, but I dare say that early pit stop, the tyres have just worn away, and Pickle went in later, and so he's got fresher tyres. He's just got that little bit of extra grip, and there it is, pretty much the length of the main straight. Here's Haymaker still trying to close in on the back of T-Dub. There's Pickle sitting in 2nd. Done a fantastic job to work his way back up to 2nd. VSX has also been in the wars tonight with battling pit stop penalties and track limit penalties. But this man here's just been super fast and clean all race. He was 60 seconds ahead of Pickle. So he's pretty much half a lap ahead. Oh, a little bit squirmy on the outside there. It's still 1.3 seconds from Haymaker to T-Dub. We're just on 2 minutes to go, so there's probably going to be 2 laps left. Nice sunrise coming up over Italy.
Alright, man, the leader is on the final lap.
There
Give
we
it a
go.
final push.
Ali's now on the final lap, so this is it. These boys will have to push for 2. There's Haymaker right on the back of him now. Can he do it? If he can. Oh, he sticks his nose in. They're side by side here. Oh, T-Dub gets a big tail slide going. Oh, manages to pull it back onto the track. Good save there. Good save. Very unfortunate. A Sparadon. And here comes Halley. Round the final corner. Take the checkered flag. And round
The leader has
6
finished the race.
of the Fezza Cup. And this man here drove an exceptional race tonight. Manages to bridge the gap on everyone. And he's going to come home nice and comfortable in 2nd place. He's got a healthy gap. Around the last few corners. We're going into the last corner here. Come up to greet the checkered flag to take 2nd place. Well done, Pickle. Great drive, mate. Great drive. And then around the last corner, Hobbsy claims the checkered flag to take the 3rd spot on the podium. Well done, Hobbsy. Haymaker comes across the line to take 4th. T-Dub comes across to take 5th. And around the final corner comes Shooter to take 6th place on the podium. Just want to save the replay. Return the garage. So there's our race results, guys. Not Fast Halley takes round 6 win for the Fezza Knights. Pickle in 2nd, Hobbs in 3rd, Haymaker 4th, T-Dub 5th, Shooter in 6th, M4A in 7th, VSX in 8th, Sparrowfart in 9th, Dizzy in 10th, and OAS Driver in 11th. I don't even know if he started the race. But that's it for this round. There's Halley out there doing his celebratory donuts. There's our second place man. But that'll do us for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. Tune in Thursday night for round 7 of the Evo Cup, which I'll just find. Round 7 will be from Kyalami in South Africa. So tune in Thursday night, 9 PM for all the action on the Evo Cup. But thanks for watching, everyone, and see you on the next one.